Goresh. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Wednesday. This is the Woo Report, episode 183, titled Predicting the Future of the New Jersey Devils. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are, as we're streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network. I'm in an undisclosed bunker location here in beautiful New Jersey as it's snowing outside. Absolutely snowing outside. Rough terrain, careful driving as you're listening to this podcast. Hands 10 and 2 on the wheel. But I know you're excited right now. I know you're excited for your New Jersey Devils as they are what we call winning. And winning big, like last night, down 3-0 to the Colorado Avalanche, the NHL's premier team, ranked number 1 in the standings, both Eastern and Western conferences. And the Devils pulling off 5 unanswered goals. Let me repeat that. 5 unanswered goals to beat the Colorado Avalanche. A team that is loaded offensively. A team that is just with a lot of talent, oozing with talent. Some would compare them to the New Jersey Devils in the rebuild. But 5 straight goals with an empty netter. The Devils came back and they're showing you their resiliency. They're showing you they are maturing as a young nucleus, as a group. And it was a big step in the right direction. Ty Smith, he basically got benched for a few games. In his last 2 games since coming back from being benched and watching the team from the press box, he's got a goal in each of his last 2 games after only scoring 1 the entire season. He's now got 3 goals on the season, 2 of them coming off the last 4 days. And I will tell you, my friends, predicting the future of the New Jersey Devils, you heard it here first. When all the analytics people, the stat analytics people, and I'm not going to throw them under the bus, but all we heard in mid-December was how bad the Devils' special teams was, how bad was the Devils' power play specifically, and all you got were fed stats of how bad the Devils were. But I told you back then I wanted more beef. Did you believe the stats people? People that have never played the game ice hockey before? Or would you believe me because I said the Devils needed more beef up front on their play because the goaltenders, the opposing goaltenders, could see the puck a mile away and everything was being telegraphed. What did Lindy Ruff and the coaching staff do after the Tom Fitzgerald reset button hit on December 20th? They put Nathan Bastian on the power play. And at that time period, I know you fans talking, why would you put Nathan Bastian out on the power play? But those that are the NFZ loyalists would know that size matters. And all it takes is a little hesitation for the opposing goaltender to look around a big body like Bastian. Guess what happens when you park your butt in front of the net? goal starts to happen. And that's exactly what happened on the power play last night, which was the eventual game winner of Nathan Bastian making a living by parking his God-given gift of his big body in front of the net and scoring that game-winning goal. You heard it here first, predicting the future of the New Jersey Devils. The Devils, their special teams is now improving. I mean, it's still a lot of work, but they're not historically bad right now. And proof in the pudding, beating the Colorado Avalanche last night is proven that you should just enjoy the process, enjoy the development. As what Tom Fitzgerald said to the black and red members, or the red and black members, I don't know. To me, they're called season ticket holders. You are watching the future Stanley Cup champions. And you heard it here first. I said 24-25 season. That's what we are aiming and building this team for. How about the goaltending of Nico Dawes? Pete Maggio on the Facebook Live says Nico Dawes looking better with each start. Nico Dawes could be the number one goaltender of your New Jersey Devils if he keeps this up. Would Mackenzie Blackwood, Mac Black, be on the trading block? I think Frank Saravalli at dailyfaceoff.com has put in some really fun rumors out there about potential trades, players that the Devils possibly need. I don't know. My friends. But is a Dawes eat Dawes world, Devil Dawes, the Dawes pound? If your pet likes the New Jersey Devils, they like Nico Paws. We've heard all of the punny references from fans, specifically Vinny Parisi. If you go on his Twitter account, at Vinny Parisi. But I will tell you, my friends, I will tell you. This is going to be a good team if they stick to the fundamentals. We talked about the losing streaks that this team's had. And we talked about Lindy Ruff not holding them accountable. But when he does, meow, meow, the Devils start to do better. Jesper Bratt, first week of the season, gets benched. Now he's having a career year. Ty Smith? What about Ty Smith? 2 goals in the last 2 games? I think a lot of us, including myself, wanted Ty Smith traded. Now we got a happy problem. Do you trade Ty Smith and capture and cash in on his upside and value last 2 games? Or do you keep Ty Smith? Of course you keep Ty Smith. But big trades may happen. I'll tell you what the Devils need. They need a number one goaltender. And I'm not saying that Nico Dawes is not one. I'm just saying that they need they need one of their own, whether it's either Mackenzie Wood or Nico Dawes, and then they need an outsider that's a true number one goaltender. Number 2, they're going to need a big bopper. They're going to need a big bopper to put the puck in the net, pad the stats of Jack Hughes and Nico Hischier, give them the support. And what about Jesper Bratt? What about Jesper Bratt? Would you trade Jesper Bratt? His value is so high right now. 6th round pick from 2016. Or was it 2015? I don't remember. Impressing. But he is one of the core leaders of the New Jersey Devils. And you know what? You can't buy chemistry. You can't buy leaders. Dougie Hamilton, I wouldn't say he's lost with Damon Severson on the power play. I mean, nice goal last night by Severson. But talk about somebody taking advantage of his opportunity when Dougie Hamilton got hit with the puck in the jaw and was out for weeks. The Damon Severson has resurrected the power play of the New Jersey Devils. So predicting the future, and I'll say it, and I'll say it again, and you heard it here first. A few weeks ago, I changed my mind, and I wrote about it on pucksandpitchforks.com, but I changed my mind about Lindy Ruff. I think he is the right coach for the New Jersey Devils. And remember when I told you that? That was when we were in the midst of the longest losing streak. Morale was low. But Lindy Ruff is pushing the right buttons. I think Lindy Ruff has been a little bit too patient with this team. But I think it's done on purpose to let the team develop and let them make their mistakes. Maybe, just maybe, Lindy Ruff knows exactly what he's doing. And we should just kind of settle down and say, all right, in Lindy we trust, but bring home a Stanley Cup in 2025. That's your ultimatum. I don't care how you get there, but just bring home a Stanley Cup by 2025. Sidney Crosby started his career in 2005. It wasn't until 5 years later, he won the Stanley Cup for the first time in his career with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Could happen to Jack Hughes. Could happen to Nico Hischier. After all, this team is kind of modeled after the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's a copycat league. The only difference between the Devils and the Pittsburgh Penguins is we don't rely on grandma's slot machine arm to generate the revenue to build the arena. All right. Ricky says, I know a lot of people want Kachuk, but I don't think we give up unless we give up several first-round picks. Calgary has no incentive to trade for him now. I don't know how the finances work into it, Ricky, but you make a good point. So, by the way, I just want to give a shout out. A lot of people, I went to the game yesterday. A lot of people came up to me. George, wherever you are, George, he's a big fan of the Woo Report. And I was like, gee, I haven't done a Woo Report in a while. I've been a busy guy. Heck, I'm in a remote location right now, borrowing equipment so I could do this Woo Report in between shows. But that's what we do here at the Let's Go Devils podcast. Tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we got two fine guests. We're going to be talking about the New Jersey Devils. We're going to be talking about potential trades, speculations. We got Spectres Hockey's Lyle Richardson on State of Fan Address with Nick Villano and I. Nick Villano, Pucks and Pitchforks blog editor-in-chief. Also, Carol Schramm from HockeyBuzz.com as well. We will be talking some hockey. And I hope you have a safe trip home. Also, the other thing too, my friends, remember this. Drive home safely. Just drive home safely as you're listening to this podcast. Going to be putting up in about 20 minutes on all of our podcast pages. Before we go, just want to give a shout out to Kelly Schultz and Erica Alaya. I think I pronounced it right. Ayala for a great job yesterday on Devils Hockey Network calling the game. I was listening in while I was watching the game. It was on a 3 or 4 minute delay. But I want to get a chance because it's not too often we get a treat like this. Having different broadcasters, different point of views. And me being in the business, I like to be critical. I like to listen to new talent, new voices. They nailed it. And big props to Kelly Schultz for predicting the comeback, sensing it was coming, even though the Devils were down 3-0. If you didn't listen to the broadcast, she literally predicted it and told her reasons why, and it wasn't a joke. And the fact that the Devils came back and won tells you she's going to have a future somewhere, along with Erica. And also, big shout out to Erica Walker as well. Saw her last night, but she was busy. Saw Bryce, saw Kanji, saw Dano. Big shout out, props to you all. Thank you very much, everybody. Happy Devils Wednesday to you, Pete Maggio. We'll try to get this going, but, you know, my schedule's been pretty heavy. But when I met George, he was a big fan of the Woo Report. I guess I'm just going to have to do more Woo Reports. Also, big shout out to my old season ticket rep who got promoted, Daryl. Saw him last night in the club sections. All right. Till next time, this is the Woo Report. Let's go Devils.